On this channel, I have built a lot of GSAP animations, card stacking layouts, vertical scroll effects, horizontal scroll sections, but today, I am taking that idea to the next level. In this video, I am building an upgraded version of the card stacking animation. Not just cards flying in, but a fully immersive layout where entire columns, images, and text blocks move together like one story. Here, I am pinning the whole section to the scroll. As I scroll, columns slide in, old cards scale down and fade away, and new content replaces it smoothly. I am also using clip path animation to reveal images, split text animation to animate each line independently, and Lenis to make the scroll feel buttery smooth. So what will you learn from this project? I am going to show you how to build a real sticky column layout, how I structure a master timeline with scroll trigger, how I stack multiple animations on top of each other cleanly, and how I create cinematic text and image transitions using just GSAP. And the best part is the use cases. You can apply this technique to product storytelling pages, portfolio case studies, interior design showcases, or any landing page where you want users to feel like the website is unfolding step by step as they scroll. So if you have ever wondered how modern websites feel so alive, today I am breaking that exact experience down for you. Let's start by understanding the HTML structure. At the top, I have a section with the class intro. This is just a simple hero section with one heading. I am using this to give users a clean starting point before the animation begins. After that, I have the main section with the class sticky cols. This is the most important part of the layout. I am going to pin this entire section during scroll, so everything inside it feels like it is stacked in one place. Inside sticky cols, I have a wrapper called Sticky Cols Wrapper. I use this wrapper to control positioning and to move all columns together when the animation runs. Now I am creating 4 divs with the class col and unique classes col1, col2, col3, and col4. Each of these columns represents one card in my stacked layout. In column 1 and column 3, I am using column content and column content wrapper. These wrappers hold my text and make it easy to animate headings and paragraphs together. In column 2 and column 4, I am using column image and column image wrapper. These are dedicated containers for images, so I can scale, clip, and animate them without affecting the rest of the layout. In column 3, I have 2 content wrappers stacked on top of each other. I am doing this so I can animate one text block out and bring the next one in, creating that layered storytelling effect. Finally, at the bottom, I have the outro section. This is the closing screen that appears once the whole sticky animation finishes, giving the experience a clear ending. Now let me quickly explain why I am adding these script files. And let me keep this super simple. First, I load GSAP. This runs all my animations. Then I load scroll trigger. This links my animations with the scroll. After that, I load split text. This lets me animate text line by line. Then I load Lenis. This makes the scroll feel smooth. And finally, I load my own script file, where I combine everything into one complete experience. Now let me quickly walk you through the CSS in a simple way. At the top, I import the DM Sans font so the entire design feels clean and modern. Then I define root color variables like background and foreground shades so I can control the full theme from one place. Next, I reset all margins and paddings and apply border box sizing. This keeps my layout consistent across all browsers. On the body, I apply the DM Sans font, and on every section, I set full screen height, dark background color, light text color, and hide overflow, so animations never spill outside the screen. I then style headings, paragraphs, and images so text is readable and images always fill their containers nicely. For the intro and outro, I center everything using Flex Dot, giving me clean opening and closing screens. The sticky cols section gets a wrapper that fills the screen. All columns are positioned absolutely and take half the screen width so I can slide them in from different directions. I push col2, col3, and col4 outside the screen using transform. This sets up the starting positions for the scroll animation. Inside each column, I use content and image wrappers with padding and rounded corners. This makes every card feel like a soft floating panel. For images, I stack them on top of each other and hide the second image using clip path. Later, I animate this clip path to reveal the image. Finally, I add line and span helpers for text animation, and a responsive media query so everything scales properly on smaller screens. Now let me explain how I start wiring GSAP, Lenis, Scroll Trigger, and Split Text together. First, I wait for the page to fully load using Document Add Event Listener with DOM content loaded. This makes sure all my HTML elements are ready before I try to animate anything. Inside that, I register Scroll Trigger and Split Text with GSAP. This step is important because without registering these plugins, GSAP will not recognize their features when I use them later in the animation. Now I am setting up Lenis for smooth scrolling. First, I create a new Lenis instance and turn on smooth scrolling. This instantly upgrades how the page feels when I scroll. Then I tell Lenis to update Scroll Trigger whenever a scroll happens. This keeps my scroll-based animations perfectly in sync. After that, I connect Lenis with the GSAP ticker. This means on every animation frame, I am driving Lenis using GSAP's internal timing system. Finally, I disable lag smoothing. This prevents jumpy motion when the tab loses focus, keeping the animation buttery smooth at all times. Now I am preparing my text for line-by-line animation. First, I select all headings and paragraphs inside column 3. This is the content I want to animate in a cinematic way. Then for each element, I use split text and tell it to split the text into lines. I also give every line a class called line, so I can style and animate them easily. After that, I wrap the content of every line inside a span. This gives me one extra layer that I can move up and down smoothly. Finally, I use GSAP set to control the starting positions. The first content block starts at 0%, and the second hidden block starts above the screen at -125%. This setup allows me to slide one text block out and bring the next one in during the scroll animation. Now I am creating the master timeline that controls the entire experience. I use GSAP timeline and attach Scroll Trigger to it. I set the trigger to sticky coals, which means the animation starts when this section hits the top of the screen. I start it at top, and I extend the animation for 5 times the screen height. This gives me a long scrolling story instead of a short jump. Then I pin the section in place. This keeps the layout fixed while everything inside animates. Finally, I turn on Scrub. This links the animation progress directly to the scroll position, so the movement feels completely controlled by the user. Now I am building the first step of the animation. First, I fade out and slightly shrink column 1. This makes the first card feel like it is stepping away from the stage. At the same time, I slide column 2 into view from the right. I also bring column 3 up into position from the bottom, so new content starts to take focus. While this is happening, I scale up the first image to add a subtle zoom effect. Then I animate the clip path of the second image, revealing it smoothly on top of the first one. Finally, I scale the second image back to normal size. All of these actions run together, creating a single clean transition from the first card to the next scene. Now I am creating the second transition of the story. First, I fade out and scale down column 2. This makes the previous card quietly disappear. At the same time, I slide column 3 fully into place from the side, and I bring column 4 up into view from the bottom. Then comes the most satisfying part. I move the first set of text lines in column 3 upward, hiding them from view. Just after that, I bring the second hidden text block into place. This creates the illusion that the content inside the same card is changing, even though the card itself never leaves the screen. So now you have seen the full picture. I started with a clean HTML structure, then I shaped the layout using smart CSS positioning, and finally I connected everything with GSAP, Scroll Trigger, Split Text, and Lenis. I showed you how I pin an entire section to the scroll, how I stack multiple columns in one place, and how I replace old content with new content instead of jumping between pages. You also learned how I animate images using scale and clip path, and how I animate text line by line to create that premium storytelling feel. This is not just an animation trick. This is a layout pattern you can reuse again and again for product launches, portfolio case studies, landing pages, and immersive brand stories. If this video helped you understand scroll-based storytelling in a better way, then it takes effort to make videos. And if you are liking my videos, press the like button and subscribe to the channel. It motivates me to make more videos. I will be sharing more real-world animation patterns using GSAP very soon, so stay connected, keep experimenting, and I will see you in the next video.